This episode of ETC is brought to you by the Baca Chronicles and Go90.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
Now, if you need any further proof that this endless U.S. presidential election cycle is driving voters literally insane, look no further than this recent poll from Public Policy Polling, a very respected polling firm with a very reliable track record.
Talking about Triple P?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
good.
PPP.
They say Trump lead grows nationally. 41% of his voters want to bomb country from Aladdin. Clinton maintains big lead. One of these things is not like the others, and that's the fact that a startlingly high number of voters would have absolutely no problem dropping bombs on a country that doesn't even actually exist.
The 1992 animated Disney classic Aladdin, which was adapted loosely from Middle Eastern folklore, takes place in the fictional nation of Agrabah, and also features other totally not real things like a genie in a magical lamp that can grant wishes and a flying carpet.
Which makes it perfect for pollsters to use as a random Arab-sounding place in order to see just how many people out there want to indiscriminately bomb the Middle East. Turns out a lot do. And it's not just Trump fans either.
Yeah, to quote public polling policy, 41% of Trump supporters would favor bombing Agrabah to only 9% who are opposed to doing that. Agrabah is the country from Aladdin. Overall, 30% of Republican primary voters say they support bombing it to 13% who are opposed. We asked the same question of Democrats, and 36% of them opposed bombing Agrabah to 19% in support. All of these numbers are bad.
Yeah. Ugh. What are they gonna do? It's very hard to regulate all of the flying carpets that are going on.
Yeah.
You could just, those things, you don't even need a license for them. You don't need to register them with the FAA.
The only way to stop a bad genie is a good genie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The sample size for the poll wasn't even that small either. They usually say you need about 30 people to get an average consensus. They surveyed 532 usual Republican primary voters and 525 usual Democratic primary voters. So glad we got that settled. Yeah. Yeah, seriously though, this is absolutely terrifying and not likely to help the old Americans are stupid mentality that a lot of non-Americans have. But maybe that's just because Americans actually are stupid.
I've never been more sure of that than right now. Because, I mean, there's plenty of other batshit crazy results in this poll that aren't even about Aladdin. They're like the fact that 54% of Republicans would support banning all Muslims from entering the United States. 36% of Republicans believe that thousands of Arabs in New Jersey actually cheered during the 9/11 attacks, which has been debunked numerous times. 46% of Republicans support creating a national database of Muslims in the U.S. 26% of Republicans think Islam should be illegal in the U.S., and 28% of Republicans think that Japanese internment during World War II was a good idea.
Wow, land of the free indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. But back to that Agrabah thing. Maybe, just maybe, when asked whether you'd drop bombs on a city in order to kill human beings, you shouldn't say yes unless you actually know what that place is. Because as stupid as it is to say that you want to bomb Agrabah, it's even stupider if it's a real place that doesn't just exist in a Disney movie.
But Americans aren't just stupid about matters of foreign policy, they're also stupid about how solar electricity works and the basic concept of photosynthesis, aka how plants convert sunlight into energy, which most people supposedly learn in elementary school.
Yeah, you take your little styrofoam cup and you put it in the window and let nature take its course. The city of Woodland in North Carolina recently rejected a proposal for a new solar farm after some residents expressed concern that all the new solar panels would suck up all the energy from the sun and not leave any from the plants. I have a long straw.
Yes, I drink your sunlight.
I drink it up.
At a city council meeting, one local woman, actually a retired science teacher, expressed concern that photosynthesis would not happen and would keep vegetation from growing.
What?
Saying that she's observed areas near solar panels where vegetation is brown and dead because it didn't get enough sun.
Which, yeah, if a solar panel is blocking vegetation underneath it from the sun, that vegetation will probably die. That's a problem that could easily be prevented, though, by simply not covering the entire surface of the town in solar panels.
Solved.
Yeah.
The woman, who, again, is a retired science teacher.
You sure they didn't spell retarded wrong? I know that's a mean term, but really.
Shibby has no problem saying it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so that retired science teacher also worried that solar panels were responsible for many locals getting cancer, and that no one could tell her that solar panels don't cause
Ain't
cancer.
nobody gonna tell me what I already got in my brain.
Yeah, which, no, they don't. Actually, people have been putting them on their own roofs directly above their heads for decades, and they're fine. And also, this wouldn't even be on anyone's roof. It would be in a field outside of the town.
But how close do you want to live to one of these deadly solar farms, Elliot? I'd rather live next to a nuclear power plant. But hey, we're not done talking about how stupid our country is, because last week a simple high school geography lesson on the Middle East caused the whole school to shut down. And that lesson was calligraphy.
Geography teacher Cheryl Laporte of Riverlands High School in Virginia showed her students the Shahada, or the Muslim Declaration of Faith, which translates to, there is no God but God. Muhammad is the messenger of God.
Uh-oh.
So on her printed assignment, the prompt reads, here is the Shahada, the Islamic statement of faith, written in Arabic. In the space below, try copying by hand. This should give you an idea of the artistic complexity of calligraphy.
And we saw it firsthand.
It's really
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah. It's very intricate, very intense, and overall beautiful.
Yeah.
So many parents and students took this to be some sort of trick to get them to renounce the real Caucasian Christian God. And after dozens of calls to the school complaining, a meeting was called where 100 parents showed up and demanded that Cheryl Laporte be fired. After so many complaints and protests, the school decided to shut down for an entire day as a safety precaution.
A county superintendent then issued this statement, which I will read in just the most annoyed, heavy sighing voice that I can.
Yeah.
Neither these lessons nor any other lesson in the world geography course are an attempt at indoctrination to Islam or any other religion, or a request for students to renounce their own faith or profess any belief. You idiots.
Yeah, you can, just by reading it, know that they went, ugh. But we prefer the following statement, written by a local man named John Parker on Facebook, where he wrote, are any of you deeply disturbed parents concerned that your child might convert to Islam? Is that the fear here? If you are far enough out of touch with your own child that you think their geography teacher might convert them to Islam against your will, then maybe it's time to turn off the TV and spend some time with your kids. Besides, if they don't learn about Islam at school, how will they know who to hate? Writing something on a piece of paper doesn't make it true. We're talking about Muslims, not witches.
Well, I don't really see the big difference.
Listen, we had a big witch problem a couple hundred years ago, and we solved it.
Yeah, we put them all in the lake.
Yeah. And if they floated, they were a witch, and if they drowned, they weren't. But, uh-oh.
Anyway, let's take a break from making fun of how stupid our country
Yeah,
is.
we'll let America rebound from the punches we
Yeah.
just took at it.
Because we're going to move on to headlines, the craziest headlines we saw on actual news websites this week, some of which do not reflect well on America either. But here's one from England. Pensioner locked in loo for 4 days knits a scarf.
So they had all of the materials necessary for scarf
It's an old lady. She carries around,
Oh.
Some kids carry around a Nintendo DS. Old ladies carry around knitting
Well,
materials.
it goes to show that, old school technology is the best technology, because that doesn't run out of batteries.
Back in my day, we didn't have any of these Nintendos
But
or these
also, how is-
Netflixes.
That is the most British thing ever to do.
Well, I guess I'll just wait for someone to save me.
And then she has a Christmas present to give her family.
Thank you for rescuing me.
It was 17 feet long.
Kind of smells like shit, Grandma.
Well, historian says evidence proves Hitler had only one testicle.
But it's not. So the urban legend that I remember is that it was like an ostrich bit off his testicle. That's what I'd always heard.
Oh, really? No, I never heard that.
Yeah. So that it's actually he just had an undescended testicle.
Oh, okay.
It just stayed up in his body.
Well, maybe that was the reason that he was all angry all the time. Also, because didn't people make fun of his art, his shitty art?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems.
I wouldn't blame the testicles. A lot of people.
I would blame at least part of it
A
on the
lot of men
testicle.
go through life with one ball and don't take that as a reason to murder
A lot of men
millions of people.
go through life with a lot of problems and don't murder people. This guy was just a nut with a shitty mustache.
Yeah, he really ruined that mustache.
Oh yeah, you go back and look at footage and photos from before.
Chaplin had it.
Yeah, it was a great fashion statement. Just wait till one guy with a man bun is gonna wipe out a whole race of people, and then you'll never be able to wear a man bun again.
Well, I would be fine with that, except for the wiping out a race of people. part.
Yeah, man. Well, if that's what it takes.
Yeah. Any means necessary.
Yeah.
Florida man high on flocka allegedly tried to crash his way into jail to visit friends.
Well,
And-
now he can hang out with them as long as he wants.
Yeah. So flocka is apparently this terrible crystal meth drug that's just ravaging South Florida.
I can't wait to be there in literally 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get to see it firsthand. So yeah.
Should I try to buy some spice while I'm home in Florida?
Oh, don't. Do
I'll bring
spice.
it back for you.
No, not.
We should do spice on a podcast.
Oh no.
And then I'll eat Maddie's face.
I've read people's accounts of using spice, and they're just like, "Well, that was terrible."
It's perfectly legal, Elliot. I
somehow.
can't see how anything could go wrong.
Is it still legal in Florida? I think it's illegal in California.
Oh man, if I get busted
like-
for importing spice,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
Because I remember they used to have a gas station. It was called like X3 or something like that.
Well, they still have trucker meds there. Rattlers. Black ice.
Land of the free.
Yeah. Man suing Foster's for making him think it was Australian. That is a callback
Yeah,
to
last week,
week's episode.
yeah, so
where
I
said that Australians don't drink it.
And you were right.
Yeah.
Because apparently it hasn't been brewed in Australia for like 100 years.
Yeah.
It actually is brewed in Texas. And one guy who is a big fan of Foster's, dedicated fan here in America,
We were saying he probably had like a Foster's hat,
Yeah.
t-shirt.
he was devastated when he found out the truth that there's pretty much nothing Australian about Foster's except the fact that it says Melbourne and it has a kangaroo
Oh,
and
yeah.
they make the commercials that say how to speak Australian, Foster's for beer.
Yeah.
A bit misleading.
It's like being like, Outback has nothing to do with Australia? Weird.
I think
Outback Steakhouse?
he might actually win this case because
That'd be great.
Because it's pretty
Well,
misleading.
it'll turn into a class action, and then everyone will get like 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
Do they call? If you're
So
obsessed with
$1
Australia,
again.
is it? Are you called like a Australianophile or Australiaphile?
Stryofoil.
Australiaphile. Also, if in the Australian news, since we got all you Aussies here, Soundwave got canceled and they didn't pay any of their bands last year. So if you want to see how much your favorite bands make, go look up the Soundwave clause.
It's a lot.
Yeah. What else? There was something. When we were in Hawaii, and I was like, "Wow, that's a really cool local beer. I love the design on that." And I bought the beer and was drinking it, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder if there was
brewed in,
like,
like,
a story."
Redlands, California.
Yeah, Boy, brewed right up the street here. Anyways,
Yeah. Patient plays saxophone while brain tumor removed. This is becoming more and more.
because one guy did it on guitar.
Yeah, then there was another
thing.
guy who was an opera singer who just sang an opera song.
Apparently, it is, although I'm sure annoying, also useful to doctors because if they hit literally anything the wrong way,
Yeah.
it'll be like,
Yeah.
and then they'll know instead
Yeah.
of just silence.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, learn how to sing or play an instrument. That way, if you ever need brain surgery, doctors won't screw up as much.
Yeah, we'll just make internet videos while we're getting brain surgery.
I'll play Call of Duty while I'm having my brain operated. If my KD gets too low, I'm like, hey, doc, slow down a bit.
Screw it the other way.
Yeah.
Right back up. Dutch driving instructors can now accept sex as payment. Good.
That's so Dutch.
Yeah.
Like,
While you're driving?
I don't know if that's covered by it, but like, it's basically because prostitution's legal in the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a prostitute, I think you have to be a prostitute, but you're allowed to
It's like a barter system.
yeah, you're allowed to use sex as currency.
Yeah.
For specifically to pay driving instructors.
Or anything else,
And
probably.
the name of the law is ride for a ride.
Oh, good.
So they haven't lost their sense of humor,
No.
even though they're trying to get rid of them weed shops.
Well, now Denver's making all that money. So
Yeah.
That's fine. 12-year-old with 20 prior arrests steals 89-year-old's car. He's been busy.
Prolific.
Yeah, he's like the
That's-
new Robert Durst.
Yeah, he was on a little bicycle, pulled up next to this old man. He's like, hey,
Old man.
Your rear tire is leaking air. And the old man got out to check it out, and the kid just like jumped in the car and drove off.
What?
What was he gonna do with it?
Kids are terrible.
Yeah. Local gym trading treadmills for medieval sword fighting. And probably getting a lot of people to show up at the gym that
So in my
regularly
mind,
wouldn't.
as soon as I read that, I was like, wait, they're trading? They're giving away weapons for
No,
treadmills?
it's
Like a
just
Guns for Toys
It's
campaign?
No. It's
They're
it's
doing
like,
exercise via
yeah, it's like a
medieval.
fight gym, but they do like medieval sword fighting and stuff.
You gotta be pretty strong to wear all that armor.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the swords are heavy, the armor's heavy, you sweat a lot.
It's like that Nathan Fielder moving thing. Where it does
Oh, yeah.
take a lot of strength to move boxes all
the
day.
movement.
Yeah. Irate bank customer pours pot of poop on counters and floors.
China. It's happening in China.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't really know what
Ugh.
else to say about that except it's disgusting.
Really gross. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Rogue Star Wars fans threaten to ruin The Force Awakens via spoiler jihad. And
So-
we've seen a lot of this
Oh my god.
in our own comments.
Yeah, no, that was the worst. YouTube comments were the worst.
They
And I also
spoiled
saw
the movie for me.
One of our friends, our artist friends, Anthony Petrie, had his spoiled in his Instagram comments section.
Ah!
And yeah, I saw a spoiler before the movie, and it really
So
sucked.
apparently,
Well, you're going around banning everyone, right?
Yeah,
If you never want to watch our show ever again,
well, they can watch it. They just can't comment.
I say ban them outright.
Well, I don't think you can.
Can you?
No.
From the entire channel watching?
No.
I guess they could log out.
No,
even if it was-
it's a shadow ban, so they can't.
Well, still don't do it.
But yeah, so the reason for this, apparently, kind of odd, it's people that are upset that the original extended Star Wars universe got scrapped for the new movies. They're pissed that like all the books and lore that they've been reading for 20 years
Yeah.
is now like non-existent. So
That's why people are so hung up on the Bible. Just like,
yeah,
you ain't gonna tell me my faith is wrong. because I have dedicated my entire life and every
Disney's-
Sunday for years.
Yeah, Disney's gonna buy the rights to the Bible and they're gonna change the New
they're
Testament.
gonna make it better.
People are like, I liked the Old New Testament.
Yeah.
We're like, well, you're gonna like this new one even better. We got
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams writing it.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Lawrence Kasdan would do a great job on the New Testament.
Oh, yeah.
Bible too.
New Testament.
Yeah. Posting Star Wars spoilers should be illegal, says Philadelphia PD, and he's right.
Yeah, I mean, like,
They said they can't do anything about it.
yeah.
But it should
I
be
mean,
illegal.
cops get a bad rap. Rightfully so in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I think this is like a clear, defined way to say that slippery slopes are real. Because if you do it for Star Wars, are you gonna have to do it for Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah.
Or anything like that?
well, if you're gonna spoil movies,
It
who's,
does-
who's to say you're not gonna spoil where our, like, nuclear secrets are to the Russians?
I will say
Yeah.
it is like financial terrorism on movie companies because you're literally giving away the reason that people might be going to see the movie.
It is terrorism. It's a
Financial
spoiler,
terrorism.
It's a spoiler jihad.
Yeah.
Man,
Get the Hollywood accountants on it.
don't spoil movies.
No. Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
Can we have Christmas now?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Ding dong.
And if you don't celebrate Christmas, are you really that offended that we said that?
Oh my God.
Josh Fierstein here.
Josh
They
Fierstein.
told me I couldn't have Christmas, but I brought it anyway.
I brought my gun.
Yeah. Anyways, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Bye.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.